What's up, everyone? My name is Wynand Fourie. I'm a musician from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm back with another React. And today I'm going to be looking at another Buy Me a Coffee request. This is another one from Gwen Lunsford, and it reads, "Hey there, I have something really special for you. This is, in my oh-so-humble opinion, the most beautiful love song ever written, probably ever will be written. It just hits me in the feels every time. Maybe I'm amazed by Sir Paul McCartney. I was lucky enough to have seen him live twice, once in 2001 and again in 2012. The 2001 is my top concert I've ever been to, beating out Pink. Paul McCartney and his wife Linda had a beautiful love story that ended tragically early when she died of breast cancer in 1998. This was his first single off his debut album that came out after the Beatles' breakup. Maybe I'm amazed. Paul McCartney, 1970. Okay, Sir Paul McCartney, let's go. I'll admit that I am not the biggest Beatles fan, and I know I might get a lot of clapback for that. I just never got into it. I've honestly tried, but the music don't speak to me. But maybe I just haven't heard the right songs. So I'm curious to see this one. I'm a sucker for a good love song, and I've actually checked out some of Paul McCartney's solo stuff that I really enjoyed. So yeah, let's jump into this. Really keen. All right, boom. Let's turn off the subtitles. Although maybe it's nice.
Baby, I'm amazed the way you love me all the time. And maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you. Baby, I'm amazed the way you pulled me out of time. You hung me on the line. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really need you. Maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something that he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm a man, and maybe you're the only woman who can ever help me.
Shut up,
Maybe won't you
Paul.
help me to understand?
I was gonna stop it right there. Like, such a Beatles thing to do. Like, this pan. I mean, I know this is his solo stuff, but it's obviously his influences are coming from the Beatles, and especially when it comes to recording, just pan all the drums to the side. It's interesting choice, but when you're listening with headphones, it to me it throws me a bit off, production wise. But beautiful song nonetheless, really beautiful.
Maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something that he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm a man, or maybe you're the
It's like
only woman who can
group
ever
vocals, those choir vocals. I think that's all him.
help me to understand. Maybe I'm amazed the way you're with me all the time. Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you help me sing the song. Right me when I'm wrong. Maybe I'm amazed the way I really need you.
cool track, man. Wow, beautiful lyrics as well. Um, yeah, yeah. Like it's an interesting thing about the Beatles. Uh, and correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently, like none of them could read music, or like they weren't like trained musically at all. I think they were all, and I think especially Paul and all of them, I guess, like Paul, John, and George, like and Ringo. I don't know, like they just really understood how chords made them feel, and how progressions made them feel, and they really explored that, and they were like quite in touch with that side of music, with like emotional expression in like musical chords, but specifically like and well, I should say, like, not to a mathematical point where it's like study. They studied music and they understand this chord going into that chord gives you this kind of feeling, because they just felt it. They were just able to express themselves through this medium in a very sincere and honest way. That and they just knew what their no choices kind of conveyed, emotionally, and I think maybe that's also why they were the big sensation that they were. It's because they had this sincerity to them, this like emotional intelligence to them. Like I said, I've struggled to get into the Beatles. Maybe it's mostly production things, because it's like from the 60s and the 70s, like, and the Beatles got pretty avant-garde with their production choices, like panning the drums on one side and the bass on another side, or like as a producer or as an engineer, like I've gotten used to, or I've gotten spoiled by, like, I guess, modern production that's like so tailored for like the stereo field, and it's been trial and tested. Oh shit. Sorry, Bean. Just threw my jacket on my cat, but she's like camouflaged on my bed. Sorry, Bean. She's very angry. She's giving me like the dirtiest look. You fucking bastard. What was I saying? I don't know. Production stuff. Yeah. So I guess I've just been so spoiled, because everything has kind of been trialed and tested, and they were a big part of that. Like the Beatles was a big part, played a big role in stereo production and making those experimental choices and trying new things in the studio. And I really respect that, man. Like we owe so much to them as a band, and to Paul McCartney as a musician, and I mean, I think a big reason I've checked out some of his more modern stuff is I've got a friend who's like really into the Beatles, and he's really into Paul McCartney, and he's played me some of his more recent solo stuff, and it's produced really well. It's got that modern like flair of production to it, and that I can kind of like I don't know, like I guess it gets distracting for me when the production's all weird and experimental. I mean, I like experimental stuff, but there's something about a snare and a kick being in the middle that I need to anchor myself. Anyway, that's just a little production rant, I guess. But yeah, like I said, we owe a lot to these guys. Rock and roll owes a lot to them as well. And like I said, maybe I just haven't heard the right songs. Maybe I just haven't really gotten the right taste of the Beatles. But anyway, guys, if you haven't heard of Paul McCartney yet, please go and subscribe to his channel and go and like the video. No, I'm kidding. Like, he's obviously one of the most well-known musicians. He doesn't need me plugging him at all. But yeah, if you're not, for some reason, subscribed to his channel, I mean, he's got 1.56 million subscribers, which is actually for someone on his level, I feel like that's not even that much. The song has 17 million views. That's crazy. But yeah, if you've just kind of missed his channel or not subscribed to it, just go and do that. And if you like what I do, please consider subscribing to my channel as well. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much, Gwen, again for this beautiful request. And yeah, I will see you guys for the next reaction. Keep in touch, and I'll see you then. Okay, bye bye.